Yo, let me ask you something. What if you couldn't fail? What business would you start? What service would you start to provide? What would you sell? Who would you want to court as your lover? What would you say to your lover? What would you say to a family member? How would you communicate differently if you knew that you could not fail? What would be your personal goals, fitness, health-wise, meditation? You want to read a certain amount of pages of a book a day or something like that. You want to listen to more podcasts. You want to, check out new different types of music. Like, whatever it is that your personal goals are, that's what I'm asking you. That's what the question is. What are your personal goals that would be if you knew you could not fail? See, that's that crazy shit right there. It starts to get the mind thinking. And if you're overwhelmed at all, I want you to take a deep breath with me. Let's do it together. And just be present. The point of the question was just to get the gears turning, to understand that there's a lot more depth to you. And there's a lot going on in there that we have yet to understand, that I have yet to understand about myself, that you have yet to understand about yourself. Once we ask ourselves these philosophical questions, they help to really paint a picture. Not to analyze, but to understand more. Knowledge is power. To dance the dance of life a little bit more choreographed. Not controlled, but choreographed. Because choreographed dances are really fucking nice, right? Listen, spirituality. We're going to bring that into it. Back to the question of what if you couldn't fail. What's meant for you is impossible to fuck up. If it's meant for you, then you could say anything and you guys will work it out. You could sell anything and it will work out. There will be the low periods and the high periods, whatever. What's meant for you is impossible to fuck up. Now, let's say it doesn't work out. What does that mean? It wasn't meant for you. And so we need to kind of put our faith, that's where faith comes in. We trust the process. We live in alignment to get 1% better every day. 1%. Getting us closer to our goals. Understanding that if it's meant for us, then it will be. And if it's not meant for us, then we will learn and we will continue. But you actually never fail. So it's interesting because the question was, what if you couldn't fail? So now the spirituality brings into, it really is impossible to fail, truly. Now a Stoic philosophy, I'm going to bring that into it. Stoicism is about preparing yourself for the worst and understanding that the worst could happen, so you know, and you're prepared for that moment because it's kind of inevitable. Nothing is forever. Everything is temporary. That is the dance of life. See, Mother Nature is just that, mother. It's the feminine energy, and the feminine energy is constantly in motion, emotion. It's constantly dancing. And the masculine is rooted in consciousness, in depth, and also death. Depth and death. Because we have the consciousness, but we want to get to the point in the resolve. What's the point of the argument? What's the point? So we can come down to the depth of it and then start something else, right? So the balance right there is to be able to enjoy the dance of life while being rooted in consciousness. And it's an interesting balance because you have it goes like this. It doesn't stay like this all the time. Things would be pretty plain and pretty bland if it was always in moderation. Things go like this. That's what moderation looks like. Just like when they say that healing isn't linear. Take it from somebody who had a massive fucking accident at 19, couldn't walk for 2 years, had to go to physical therapy, still to this day have some pains, but have a really incredible days and then have some really shit days. So it's like healing is not linear. Healing is up, down, up, down, up, down. It's the wave of life. Everything is that wave. Everything is that temporariness, the good and the bad, the fluctuation of moderation. That's a pretty interesting concept. I actually never thought about that until I just brought it up with you guys, so thanks. The fluctuation of moderation. That's fucking amazing. That's fucking amazing. I gotta say. Anyway, quick overview. What if you couldn't fail? We think about it. What business would you start? What partners would you have? What partners would you decide to court if you could not fail? What personal goals would you have if you could not fail? What's meant for you is impossible to fuck up. So it really is impossible to fail. It's not just a philosophical question to get the mind going. It's actually to understand the micros that are there, the little ideas that we have, and then the macro, the big picture of whatever those micros are. We could do them. We could try those ideas, but if they don't work out, it's totally okay because we've prepared ourselves for the worst using that little stoic meditation. We understand what's meant for you is impossible to fuck up. And so we understand the fragility and the constant volatility of life itself. And you live in the present moment. Mindfulness. You live in the moment. Feeling whether or not it's right for you. Feeling whether or not it's wrong for you. Feeling what you need to tweak in your business to get more sales, to serve your clients better, to serve your community better, right? How would you tweak your communication to speak to your lover differently or to your family members? Because you cannot fail. I promise you that. That's the whole point. That's the whole point of these whole 7 minutes of us philosophizing, which just probably isn't a word, and that's okay. But the point is that you truly cannot fail. Give your gift to the world, share your divinity, share your love, and you got this. You absolutely got this. Hey, y'all, thank y'all so much for being here with me. Could have been anywhere in the internet, but you was here with Tony motherfucking Blanco. What's up? Hey, y'all, if y'all enjoyed, subscribe, comment below, like, all that shit. Share with somebody who's really going to find value in it, who you think that it will really affect them in a positive way. Okay, that's the goal. We want to grow together. We want to evolve collectively. Our collective consciousness, we all grow. You want to change the world, you change yourself. You feel me? And then you can share what you've changed about yourself. You're like, hey guys, look, lead by example. Wow. We got a lot of energy in here, a lot of good love, good energy. I love y'all. Thank you so much. Peace.